Listen to me one life, fam. I want everybody to come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. I want to talk to y'all about some real shit, man. See, I want to explain something to y'all, man. Because what happens is, listen, ain't nobody took my videos. Ain't nobody did nothing like that. It's just that I'm going to be honest with y'all. See, one thing about stuff, I speak the truth. I speak the truth. And sometimes the truth is a little bit too much. Sometimes the truth is just a little bit too much. Then I go back and I watch the things I said and I'm putting y'all up on game. But I ain't even gonna lie to you, y'all. Sometimes I go to telling y'all just a little bit too much. I go to saying a little bit too much. I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all. And so I block the videos and I change it up because I really be telling y'all some real shit. See, a person is not threatened by lies, but the truth will hurt. You feel me? The truth will hurt. And then people will start feeling a certain way. Like, what he say makes too much sense. Yeah. He might be all over the place. He might say this, he might say that, he might say this. But everything he's saying is of substance. Everything starts saying on one life. You can't debunk him. You can't say he lying. You can't say he don't know what he's talking about. You can't say that. So the next thing is for people to get upset. And then lives gonna get lost. Because I'm gonna stand on business. And the niggas who I'm saying shit about gonna stand on business. Facts. You feel? So it started to become it started becoming a thing to where I'm being honest with y'all one life. To where I got to say, but look, YouTube ain't worth the problems and the situation that's gonna come with it. Because when I say, look, I'm gonna stand on business and I'm gonna handle this and I'm gonna handle that and I'm gonna woo. See, you're gonna go to jail. I don't care how people put it. Whether I stand on business, whether they stand on business, woo. Whoever shot that gun, which we both gonna feel like we got self-defense. Everybody gonna feel like we stand on business. You gonna go to jail, nigga. There's a lot of the problems that pertain to me. See, they give you these contradicting laws. They give you a law that say, well, hey, you can open carry. You can conceal carry. You can carry a gun. But the time you utilize that gun in self-defense, you got a felony on you. I'm telling y'all what I know. See, they ain't got a problem with selling me the gun. They ain't got a problem with me having the gun. They ain't got a problem with me having the gun on me, open or concealed. See, they ain't got a problem with us having the gun. The problem is when the gun is displayed, when the gun is issued, when the gun come into play. Now is aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, possession of a firearm by a felon. All these other laws and statutes and stuff start to come in play. It wasn't a problem when you told me I could have it on me. But when you utilize the gun, when you disperse or display that gun, now all of a sudden, You bad. See, One Life Family, I come on here and I talk to y'all about the real. I talk to y'all about what's honestly going on. And what has happened is social media has gotten so involved in the YSL trial to where you even see where a witness, a key witness, Kenneth Copeland, the attorney, Caleb Bumpers, who went and told the defense they had this, period. I don't care with nobody. There's no other names circulating around Caleb Bumpers. There's no other speculation. I don't care what she say. Somebody else gave the defense the nudge, or somebody else did this, that, and the third. It's documented, and you are held accountable, according to the court, as being the one who leaked this information. I understand Judge Glanville saying, look, and I'm talking to the black, I'm talking to you guys openly. But Judge Glanville, as the chief judge of Fulton County, right, is up on the thing saying, look, how did you get this information? Now you talking about Glanville going against Brian Steele. And Brian Steele is saying to Glanville, look, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. That's what Brian Steele said to Glanville. I'm not going to tell you. He was ready to go to jail rather than tell Glanville who he got the information from. Fine. But to Judge Glanville, that raised a different problem. A different suspicion. Okay? Now, let's go back to this part, to where Miss Hilton, Miss Love, the state, they knew that it was a leak. You know how when you know it's a rat, it's a mole, it's somebody in your organization that's giving up information. They knew they had that. They could pinpoint it. They're like, damn, somebody is letting Brian Steele and them know our moves. So we're going to run what you call a play. In the streets, we're going to run a play. We're going to work a move. I can't tell you who the rat is, but rat is as rat does. You're so cool with Woody because y'all both rats. Let me tell you something, y'all. I can't do that with the crowd. You feel me? We can't assume can't nothing be proven. When she's the one that said she talked to the. Listen to me, y'all. When Caleb Bump is the one, they struck her channel. They took all her shit down because it's been held in evidence. That's evidence. They made the Caleb situation moot, no longer being addressed. No, they denied her motion. They denied her motion, and then they took all the videos off her channel because now it's being held as evidence. Because you went up there and you went to talking and doing all that. I'm not finna sit here and do all these dumbass conversation shit. I can't do it. When they ruled on Glanville, they denied her motion to quash. They denied her motion. They took all her videos down, Caleb Bumping. They took all that shit out because it's evidence. It's evidence. You're not finna be running around trying the public, taxpayers' dollars, a trial going on, and doing this. I listen to me. I don't even care. I ain't even finna argue with you. I ain't even finna go back and forth with you. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, it don't even make no sense as to what you're trying to say. It don't even make no sense, y'all. It don't make no sense. See, that's why all Caleb stuff was took down. Well, it don't matter. That don't matter. Caleb Bumpers don't have the credentials or the authority or anything in between to go and do what she did. She don't have it. That's why they took all her videos down. That's why they ain't got to go and answer to the judge. Let's not forget, just like with Brian Steele, the contempt of court, it ain't over with. It's an appeal. You feel me? I can't argue with people who I'm not even here to argue with nobody. I respect everybody's opinion. But see, my problem is when you tell people certain stuff, it's certain people that you can tell them certain things. You can show it to them. And yes, I am now right now, because people try to figure out who I'm talking about. Yes, I am addressing Black Butterfly. Yes, I am. Because certain people don't have certain information. And then when you show it to them in a face, they're going to try to convince you that you ain't read or understood what you understood. You see, it ain't and that's why I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here because you keep trying to defend what we know is coming. It's coming. It's coming. I'm not here to make no friends. I'm not even here to try to convince anybody. I be here talking to y'all about what's going on. And if you don't believe me or you don't rock with what I'm saying, fine. That's cool. I don't hold that against anybody because it's all a conversation. I'm not like other bloggers and other people. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, cool. But when I'm talking about what I'm talking about, I'm not going to let nobody come and try to distract me and make me believe that I don't know what I'm talking about when I know exactly what I'm talking about. You feel me? Caleb Bumper went and did all that talking, all that YouTube, all that interview, all that stuff, only for all her stuff to be taken down because it's evidence now. It's evidence. And that is going to be used against you. All that shit that y'all was doing is going to be held against you. I don't care. I'm not even the person to care about if Thug did it or if Thug didn't, or if this person can prove this, that, and third. What I'm telling y'all is this whole play with Kenneth Copeland was a distraction to try to detour people from what's really going on. You got people that talking about they went to church with this man and all that and the third. That don't change what he went in there and said on this man. And along with what other people have said on this man. I'm talking about Jeffery Williams. I ain't got to argue. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own research. Everybody's entitled to their own. That's why a lot of the times you got to catch me live. You got to catch me live. Because I'm going to come up here and I'm going to talk to y'all about some stuff. But at the same time, when I'm telling y'all the information, I'm not forcing nobody to believe what I'm saying. So when I'm done talking about it, I'm going to take it down. Ain't nobody block my shit because they like, the real thing is they like, man, that nigga know what he talking about. He know. I don't have to pump fake. I don't have to do all this. When you having a real conversation and you really looking at information and you reading it in black and white, I'm going to tell you something, shout. I'm going to tell y'all something. I done had people who I know, who I rock with. I'm talking about as far as YouTube go. I done had people where I done talked to them about the paperwork and it's in black and white. And they'll try to argue with me that, well, it ain't this, it ain't that, it ain't that. Okay, fine. I'm not finna conversate with you about it. You say that, I say this. What I stand on is what I stand on. And then I can go over here to the next person and have a conversation, and it's just as understood. You feel? That's why the video was taken down. Because when that new judge came in, they start putting out the motions. What going on, Adriana? What going on? What going on, everybody coming into the One Life? We talking about it. When that new judge came in and them new people started coming in, they said, no, we're going to make this a fair ball game. And I got some videos I'm going to show y'all. But it started to become a situation of people starting to come in. Brian Steele, which is third and attorney, let's not forget that there are I'm thinking about the best way to say it. The best way to say it would be like, yeah, the new judge finna shut that down. But you got Brian Steele now. They know what's going on. Brian Steele them know what's going on. You know you representing Umfum. You know that these people they ain't saying that this is a game. You know what's going on. You know. And this is the honest God truth. So then you have people of YouTube. It's what you call the YouTube streets. That's what they call the YouTube street. And they want to try to debunk what you can't debunk me when I'm talking real. Start talking real. I'm talking from a street perspective. I'm talking from a real perspective. I'm talking so much real to why sometimes I take my videos down because when they go to circulate, it's only circulating because people know it's truth to it. So when I do a live and then I wake up and it says 2,000 views, I don't want that type of attention. I don't want that because that's the feds. That's the police. That's the niggas in the street. And not that nigga got to be scared of none of that shit, but it's like a lie not gonna get that much of attention. But when you telling the truth, you bringing attention. You feel me? And I'm telling y'all the truth. And I'm spinning that shit like war. Now, let me drop the link. I'm not, and I'm very respectful. I'm very respectful. I get out my body and I go to talk that shit. But I'm very respectful. But see, I'm not one of them people who you gonna try to convince me that Kenneth Copeland, you feel, is this, that, and the third. I don't give a fuck what church he went to. I don't give a fuck what prize he won. I don't give a fuck about that. What I'm concerned about is the nigga telling. The nigga done told. And when court start back and you gotta get in front of that white judge, you gonna have to stand on what you said in that interrogation room. It ain't gonna be all that for funny games. No. No. See, they got shit on Young Thug that y'all miss. And I'm sorry. I don't like to get into it with people who I fuck with. If I talk to you and I have a conversation and we talk off the scene, I don't come up here and put nobody down. But sometimes people will say, well, I felt like you were talking about me or you were saying this. And I'm like, well, no, I'm not the type of person. If I was saying something while I was addressing you, I'm going to let you know. And right now, I think that certain people can agree that Star is addressing me or a situation. You see what I'm saying? Because when the evidence And when the things that are in your face are, I'm not the type of person who gonna neglect or reject something in my face in black and white. I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna try to understand what I'm reading. Just like when I was explaining the situation about Kenneth Copeland and the cell phone. And I took that video down. I didn't even take it down. I made it for members only. Then I blocked it because I'm explaining to people how the law works. Period. I'm talking to y'all about how the law works. I'm talking to y'all about, and I'm talking about that for Fulton County. Y'all not catching me up here talking to y'all about no New York law, LA law. I'm talking to y'all. This just so happen to be some shit I know about. This just so happen to be something I can talk to y'all about. I didn't even want to talk about this shit because I've been known about what's going on. I didn't even want to talk about no why it's there. I was trying to bring change. But because the internet keep being so stupid, and then you got this blogger, that blogger, this person, everybody trying to put together what's going on. Now, even with that lady who at the courthouse all the time, you feel me? Let's just call her goddamn infamous. You see, what ends up happening is you get caught up in a certain thing and you don't know what's going on. At one point, this is what I want to know. And I'm talking about infamous. This is what I want to know. Whose side you on? Is Thug guilty? See, you got a lot of people that will represent Thug, but at the time these niggas come up on the thing, they switch sides. They want to, I'm going to church, I'm going to church. But where do, ain't no loyalty in this shit. And the only reason the loyalty done been lost is because people are starting to show their card, they showing their color. For you to, you feel? See, infamous, I don't know, y'all. I'm talking about more. You happen too quick. You, that what you doing? That what you doing? I'm not one of them. So over here on One Life, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna keep it real. See, Kenneth Copeland is a nigga who put cases on all these niggas. I don't give a fuck. You cannot throw a rock in a glass house and hide your hand after a goddamn window get broke. Period. Niggas in the street ain't going for that. Bro, they just like me saying, hey, look, I know I shot and killed your little brother, but I done gave my life to God. Well, bitch, God better be with you when I catch you. Period. He better be with you when I catch you. You feel? See, that's what One Life about. Just like I told Kayla, I tried to. Just like I tried to whoop. You feel? I try to let people know what's going on just from a blogger perspective. Don't get mad with me because I'm talking about what's public information. Don't get mad with me because you was in the interrogation room and the same nigga, Lil Woody, look, Kenneth Copeland, look, y'all ready for me to pop y'all top? The same nigga you was sitting up there on FaceTime with setting names is the nigga who put out the goddamn interrogation video from the beginning. From the beginning, you sitting up there laughing with this police ass nigga. Caleb Bumpy laughing with this police ass nigga. Y'all confiding it. Put it like this. Where he at now? Why y'all don't see the same nigga setting ass fucking with them right now and doing all this? Infamous talking about she going to church with him. Caleb Bumpy that lost all her YouTube shit and money and credentials. Nobody's gonna ever hire you again. Promise you that. You gonna only be able to do goddamn personal injuries. Because at this point, you dubbed out. Because what I'm saying, y'all, am I right or right? What's going on? Ain't nobody finna hire Caleb because the first time we gonna say it, she gonna say it to me. You thought you were finna go viral on YouTube. You thought you were finna have time. You did what you thought. They let you know just that quick. That was the government. That was the courthouse. That was goddamn that new judge saying, hey, take all that shit down. Take that shit down. That shit now is evidence. That's I did what I'm saying. This is facts. Allegedly. Ain't nobody hiring Caleb Bumpy. Look, even that's what I'm saying. You can't consult with the goddamn defense. You went up there, Caleb Bumpy, and said somebody else gave him a nudge, which was his sister, who was your God, whatever, gave him a nudge. Then you sat there and said you talked to them and you gave them advice and told them what was going on. Strike that page. That's in evidence. That's evidence. You said you did what? Run it back. You said run it. Why y'all think I be taking my goddamn videos and shit down? You will not use this shit again in court against these niggas. I come on here and I talk to y'all YouTube. I come on here and I tell y'all what's going on. I talk to y'all from the real. But I ain't finna set myself up to be indicted. No. Fuck no. See, you got people that want the fame and the shit so bad. She was too proud. I was just trying to tell you, I know my delivery might have been wrong, but I was trying to tell you, baby, stop talking. Say the national folk don't care nothing about you. They don't care. Without interference. Caleb Bumpers, Kenneth Copeland, they made this shit worse than what it was. They made this shit worse. You don't do that. Y'all, give me a little minute, man. I got to go take a piss real quick. I should probably say that, y'all, but I just want to be honest with y'all. I'm coming right back. I'm coming right back. And I switched software, so, and not softwares, but like how I'm doing this shit. So it kind of, y'all give me one. Let's see, so I can give me a quick, I ain't going nowhere.
Jackpot late nights. Where you at, Michael? Where you at, Michael? Bright lights, late nights, yeah. Could we see bright lights, late nights, yeah. Nightlife, take flights, yeah. Champagne all night, yeah. Designer clothes, expensive life, yeah. just living for the moment, yeah, yeah, yeah. We just living for the moment, yeah, yeah, yeah. We just living for the moment, yeah, yeah, yeah. We just living for the moment, yeah, yeah, yeah. Pocket got paperweight in it. Streets I done made a way in it. Technology back on the farm. I feel like Darth Vader in it. I might just step on the gas. Fly by your way like a flash. This in my blunt is not gas. It's exotic and I do not pass. I used to suffer depression till I got on the weed and suppressed it. Smoking may not be your preference. Whatever is at your discretion. She wanna bust down and roll in the car. Sit back and gas through the roof at the star. Minus the bullshit. Told her if we do it right, then we can go far. Brunch on the beach, we gon' eat on the shore. And I like it. She wanna spray down that juicy couture. I'm excited. I'll take her some places that you cannot go. You're not invited. If I throw her the keys and I tell her to go, she gon' ride it. We see bright lights, late nights, yeah, yeah. Nightlife, take flights, yeah, yeah. Some champagne all night, yeah, yeah. Designer clothes, expensive life, yeah, yeah. We just living for the moment, yeah, yeah, yeah. We just living for the moment, yeah, yeah, yeah. We just living for the moment, yeah, yeah, yeah. We just living for the moment, yeah, yeah. We gon' travel around like we torn. Pick a location, we gone. Leave Atlanta ahead for the sun. In the condo, we gon' make a porn. Polygel pink on the toenail. We burning down in the hotel. We keep the cheese just like Rotel. High fuck, she keep it so player. Most of them.
I'm back. I had to go piss, y'all. I'm sorry. Gabe Banks sent them all up for failure. Who? You can't get in? Hold on. Here go the invite. Copy it. And then put it right here. Shit. Paste. That's the thing right there. Gabe Banks set them all up for failure. Gabe Banks. What the fuck is you talking about? Gabe Banks' wife still works for the district attorney. Yeah, the link right there. I don't know what you're talking about. Gabe Banks. Hold on. Okay, I can't get in. Gabe Banks set them all up for failure at the end. Who is Gabe Banks? I done dropped the link. Y'all tap in with me. The link right there. If y'all able to pull up on me. But anyway. Yeah, man. Y'all pull up on me. Let me know what y'all talking about. You feel? Okay. Kayla Banks did get an attorney. Okay, y'all right. Okay, that's the attorney that y'all talking about. Gabe Banks. Okay. And what y'all saying about Gabe Banks? Gabe Banks' wife still work for the district attorney office. What district attorney office? Fulton County? What? Okay. Cause when y'all saying this, it's like I remember her getting an attorney. I remember her getting the attorney and stuff like that. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't pay Kayla Bumpers too much attention because when she played that card and laid herself out, I cut her loose. So I didn't keep up. Huh? But yeah. Look, anybody else able to hit the link? Y'all try to hit the goddamn link. I don't know. I'm trying to see. Let me see. Somebody else try to hit the link. I'm just trying to see. I don't know why it ain't working for you, though. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody else try to hit the link. I want to see God dang do it work. You feel me? But yeah, you know, the game done took a god dang different route. You feel me? See, y'all try to hit the link real quick. I want to see will it work. Y'all let me know. Hit the link. If anybody in the link, you got to come up and just hit the link and test it and let me know if it's working. Because I don't see why the link wouldn't be working. Anybody hit the link? Yeah. I don't know why it's doing that right now. I gotta go back and check that out. But y'all can talk to me in the comments. 'Cause I really don't know. I really don't know why it's doing that right now. But it say I don't have a dog in this fight, but I know Brian still has been defending a lot of gang members over several years, and is leading back to this case. I can't imagine why. And that's right. See, and I'm gonna keep on with the program. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna keep on with the program. I gotta get it worked out because I'm not sure. I think I know what it is. But I'm gonna get it worked out because I did have to switch over to a different program and stuff like that. So that may be why people aren't able to come up right now. But I'm gonna get it right to where y'all can come up. But as we talking right now, see, Brian Spear, I'm talking to y'all. Y'all talk to me in the comments, okay? Talk to me in the comments, and then we're gonna pop back out and we're gonna goddamn get it fixed. I think this is just the simple fact that I'm still logged in on my other devices and I'm switching over to this setup. That's what I think it is. Because when I leave Atlanta and come back to Florida, I think, you feel me? When I leave Atlanta and come back to Florida, I'm using a different system. You feel me? And I'm always on my green screen, so I got my shit set up to that shit. And then when I'm in Atlanta walking through Mechanicsville and I'm doing certain things, it switches my program over to the Atlanta shit. You feel me? And then when I get out the flight and I'm back in Florida, I'm using a different setup. So that's what I'm thinking it is. But furthermore, what I want people to understand is this, okay? Brian Steele. See, look, I told y'all this. When you get locked up, there's only a certain group of attorneys. Fuck that nigga birthday. I'm not going because I feel like somebody gonna die that night. I don't give a fuck about this nigga birthday, man. When his birthday? July the 29th or something like that. But he over there trying to act like he don't know what. I'm not going. Because that's what you call a federal party. It's gonna be police there. It's gonna be bodyguards. You're not welcome in the streets. It's not nothing a real nigga wanna be at. Period. I'm not. What I'm saying is, let's bring it back to the real. Let's bring it back to the real. This shit irks my motherfucking nerves, man. Dealing with this shit. It really do. Because you got niggas that's locked up. You got niggas that took their charge. You got niggas took their charge, took their time, went to federal prison. Period. Fuck that nigga, man. I can't. I'm done talking about that nigga, man. I'm done talking about Kenneth Copeland. So, let's go back to the title. It's a Fed party. Come on. That's how they catch most of the drug dealers and people when the motherfucking rat throw a party. And the whole time it's all the video surveillances of federal government. Ain't that how they got that's how they got a lot of people. Niggas showing up. Denzel Washington played Nicky Barnes in American Gangster. They watch him showing up at the fights. They watch him showing up at the fight with the meats on and shit like that. You showing up to the parties that's under surveillance by the Fed. Anybody that go to Kenneth Copeland birthday party anywhere around him, you will automatically become you already under FBI investigation. You already know. So go to the party if you want to. I don't give a fuck. I can't care no more. I'm not here to convince nobody to not go to the party. if you stupid enough to go to his party, you stupid enough to be indicted by with his ass. Period. Kenneth Copeland is a rat. Kenneth Copeland, when court start back and they have to go in front of that judge, that white lady, it's gonna be that. I'm telling y'all what she gonna do to him. The time he get up there and think he finna play with them folks, the time he get out there and go to, you stink back up. Lock him up. Lock his ass up. That's what she gonna say. And you know what she gonna say? Lock his ass up. Next witness. No. Lock his ass up. You gonna be sitting in motherfucking jail because you thought you had all this going on. They sit back watching. Like, y'all stupid. This is dumb. Now look. Now they say, I don't think he would take the stand. He got to take the stand because he's still a witness. They gonna call him. I'm telling y'all why they gonna call him. Because you are a key part of this investigation. You are a state witness. You can't, the state not gonna put you on a witness list if you didn't already agree. Okay, y'all ready for this? I want to show y'all something. Do y'all know that they are charging Young Thug with witness tampering? Because they're saying, look, we don't have evidence that he was involved, but our witnesses are one life family. Y'all come on in and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and stuff like that. Because we finna go on to get into it. It's a lot of information that people don't miss. It's a lot of things that people think they have a grasp on and they don't. That's why I can't go back and forth. I'm sure I'm gonna talk to certain people when I get off the goddamn camera. But I can't sit up here and I can't do it. People want to try to contest like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not no dummy. I'm not no YouTuber. I'm not no motherfucker for clicks and views. So when I say something, I'm telling y'all what's going on. Some people should listen. All right. Are you working out? You got it worked out? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, Star. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. What you was getting ready to play that tape?
I was.
Okay.
But what you got to say before we go into it? I just really feel like people try to say things and don't take time to just listen for a minute. Because I do it. People do it. We'll pick up on the ass end of a conversation and try to take that like we know everything. When you really ain't went back and said, you feel me? Okay, my bad. My bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So look, where we start at?
Oh, I came in when you was talking about that lady. She confuses me.
She does.
And she is what's wrong with our community, because it's not a problem for us to believe in a man's guilt or innocence. You understand what I'm saying?
And I
But
don't.
the
What
fact,
you had to do to get on the thing? Cause I'm gonna drop the link again in case she want to come up and
okay,
say.
they making you re-sign in. They making you so you have to re-sign into your YouTube channel. You can't just like push the button. They make you actually. It's saying now either sign in through Facebook or
Oh, you
YouTube.
gotta resign. Okay, cause I switched over to a different platform.
But if you
So
sign, you just go and just get your recovery information. If you
yeah, I switch it back over. I switch it back over. But this is my original one on StreamYard where they go to all my platforms from Twitch to Rumble to everything. And so it was just a little different. But I'm glad that you ever pull up. Now, the only thing what I was saying was, you know, there's certain things that's out there. It's certain things that's out there. It's certain information and things that they don't represent it in the court of law, which is why they needed to get this new judge, so that the state. This is my opinion as I'm looking at the information, so that the state can present the evidence that they have. They had to get somebody in there who was going to allow it to be presented.
right, because the judge, though we looking, well, let's just say me, I'm looking at it because I don't know the law. I'm dependent on the judge to know the law. What I saw was not him breaking the law. I saw him getting his, when at that point he was ruling fairly and harsh on both sides. Things that I thought may have should have came in, he took out. Things that I thought maybe he should have took out, he let in. That's because we don't know the law. We're looking at it from our street eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But when that lady went in there and leaked that, because the ex parte was said on record, Judge, we need to have an ex parte.
Yes, it
If
was.
you go back to the beginning of the ex parte, Woody said, I asked for this ex parte to tell you I've never told the truth a day in my life. That's how the ex parte started.
That's how it
Whether
happened.
right,
Right.
how that's exactly how it happened. So go back to the tricks that became after the ex parte. Mind you, the trial was already out of control because you have still a white man antagonizing a black woman. That's just like the school teacher antagonizing your mother. Even if you did something wrong, okay, I'm gonna deal with him. But what did you do as the teacher and the adult? So that's the approach. That's the approach that the judge took. We done this shit done went to the Supreme. Went to all the circuit courts. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They
it's in
ruled
everybody.
and
It
they
got
said,
everybody's attention.
right, they ruled and they said the state did nothing wrong. The judge did something wrong by trying to defend himself. Let's get him out of here. So once they did that, that other black judge that came on, she disqualified herself because of the dude that shot the police officer 6 times in her bailiff, right?
Right.
Okay, so moving forward, when we had that ex parte meeting, right? When Kayla stood up there with Woody. Now let's go back to the streets as you and I know it, real quick. Would you?
Here go, hold on. Here goes Shell right here.
Okay,
Here goes Shell.
okay.
What going on, Michelle?
Hey, what's going on, Star?
Hey,
Hey.
Shell.
Hey, I'm sorry. You know what, Star? Um, I want to address. I've been listening to the subject matter. But I
Mm-hmm.
really just came up here because, like you said, when you said, "Oh, she know who I'm talking about," and I know, and then whatever was said in the comments, and I believe that you took that wrong. That's number one. Because first and foremost, I'm not even out of that mob. I don't do that. So I'm just saying, don't mischaracterize me that way. And that wasn't fair to me. Because the only thing I said to you, I said, no, they called you because when you were saying about what Kayla about she had to come back, and in the order they said it was moot. That meaning that because when at the end of the when Glanville was his last day, what he said in that courtroom was that anything as it pertains to Miss Bumpus that's going to be taken up with the state bar and something else or whatever. So and they told her he told the attorney the same, her attorney the same, is that whatever dealing with her, whatever. So then when the judge ruled on whether or not to remove Glanville, at the end they said she didn't address Kayla because she said that it's moot, and meaning that Glanville already said he had kind of like kicked that to the side and said deal with it through the bar or whatever. So anyway, long story short, that was all I said. And then as far as I'm not sure what this the lady her or should say this what your name is, but as far as if I'm assuming you were talking about me, that I confuse you, but I don't know you. Okay, I mean, maybe that one time we were on or whatever, but this is Star's show, so I don't think that it's so great to characterize me, about
Ma'am, I
how I
was talking
confuse
about
you or
Miss
whatever.
Sylvia. I
But
was
I've
talking
never
about Miss
said,
Sylvia. I was talking
oh, okay,
about
because
Miss
I'm like,
Sylvia. So
huh?
now
I'm
you
like,
can
I
start
don't know
your
you.
rant
I'm
on
like,
me.
wow,
No, ma'am.
okay.
No, ma'am. That we was
I
talking about Miss
apologize, and that's
Sylvia.
me. And Star, just as well that I'm big enough to say I apologize. But I'm like, what? I confuse you. I don't know her. How am I confused? Because Star, I know for sure that Star was talking about me. But that's just like one of those things that again, I'm not upset about it, Star. But again, I just came up here to say that I believe that you took that the wrong way, and I feel like I'm big enough to come and speak to you directly, whether it's on here or any or whatever. But so I'm just saying you took it the wrong way. I didn't come up here to do it, I didn't say that in the comments to disrupt you or distract you or, contradict you or anything else. I thought it was just an open chat like you always have. And that's what I did. That's why I typed it. So
I'm with you.
that's really as much
Now
as,
this how I feel on Michelle. When we
so
talking.
you already know. You know how we go. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
mad.
yeah, yeah. That's why I say,
So I just want
we
to be
can
like,
talk
we not
about it.
even.
It
Mhm.
ain't like that. I do feel like this on Michelle. I
Okay.
feel like I feel like you got a lot of confidence in Woody, and you go more towards what the infamous lady be saying. You feel me?
Oh
And
yeah, I get
and
it.
and that's fine. That's fine.
Hmm.
But I just think that sometimes you don't. I just think that sometimes you don't got dang hear what I'm saying, and it's all a matter of opinion. You
But
know.
can I ask you this? Can I ask you this? And I don't and I don't want to and I'll shut up if you feel like it's not. But can you if you don't have to say who it is, but can you tell me who came to you on your live and typed in and said, Star, you from Atlanta, you know so much about Atlanta and stuff that's going on, you need to check out and put and look at the YSL case a lot more. I think that there's a lot you could give to the case. Is there a person that that said that?
You
Okay, so okay.
you
That's
said
all I
that,
wanted you to
but
say.
and that's the
So
thing.
don't
Me
go
and you
there.
do got a relationship. We got to understand. But I
Right.
do feel like you. I just be feeling like, man, you, Michelle, sometimes you be goddamn coming for it and you be saying certain shit. 'Cause I think you be following me, that infamous lady. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, like, okay, me and you will be talking about stuff, Michelle. Just like when
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about the paperwork that pertained to Woody cell phone.
Right.
Although you had your own perception of it, I can't say I was right or wrong. I can't feel it. But I do feel like when people read and understand,
Mm-hmm.
you feel me? They see what's going on. Michelle, you know
Mm-hmm.
what's going on. You
Well,
know
I
what's
read it.
going on.
In that particular case, I read it on her. I read because she put it up
You
there,
mean
and
to
I
tell
read it.
me, look, what you done told me and Michelle, they ain't got no evidence on Thor. They ain't presented nothing, they ain't said nothing on
No,
Thor that would
mm-mm.
get him locked up.
No, not
You don't
yet.
seem to see any wrongdoings in what done transpired, right?
No, as of yet, what I'm saying is what I say, and when I say that as is that it doesn't. When in a court of law is what you can prove. I don't know what you personally know. I don't know anything. I know what I'm going by what they put in court so far. Everybody that has gotten on the stand outside of the police and detectives and everything, and even some of them were kind of like they weren't playing that game, playing the game like, oh yeah, he's guilty. But everybody that they put on the stand so
How you
far
feel about Woody?
has
You feel like Woody
deflected
done
the same
changed
thing.
his life? Do you really feel like Woody ain't no rat?
The only way I'm going to answer it is if you let me complete my sentence, because I
Okay,
know how you
I'll be
feel about
quiet.
Woody. Okay, the how I feel about Woody is the same way I feel about anyone. If anyone decides to give their life to God, if anybody, they everybody has deserves a chance to change. If he's saying that, and if that's literally what he's doing, I don't know him personally, and that's the only reason why I'm saying if. I do believe that everybody deserves it, because we're not God. We don't we control ourselves. We control our kids, but we do not control anything else. And if that's what he's doing, then what am I going to say? Oh no, I don't. I'm not. That's not my call. But I tell you one thing, anybody, me personally, I've, either, gone to church, or I've gone to, churches, and people always do, he's not the first one, so whatever he does, that's his business. It's not mine. Only thing I can say is that if he's given his life to God, let him.
Okay.
And that's nobody that's nobody's business, right? And it's nobody's can say that he can't, and nobody can say shit. How you feel about him, you got daggone straight. You have every right to have your own personal feeling. I can't knock anybody's personal feeling, but the last thing I will say is that somebody doesn't have the right to give themselves to God. That's the last thing I believe, that no one should. But I'm not the judge of anybody. I can't say what you anybody can or cannot say. But
Right.
you know what I mean? Whether it's true, I don't know. Only thing I could go by is what I see. I can only go by what I see and what I hear and what he says out his mouth. If he's telling the truth, yes, yes, exactly. Because you never know how God's gonna. You never know. You just never know. And that's
Right.
my honest to God truth. That's
And
truly
I'm
how I
with you.
feel.
I'm with you, Michelle. And I'm glad you came up here and stuff like that. I do
But
feel like
mhm,
I feel like you side with Woody and you side with him through infamous Sylvia. Sometimes I just look at it like that, you know.
uh, I get it.
And it's all good, Michelle. I rock
Mhm.
with you. But I do feel like sometimes Miss L.
But I
I do just
never
feel like
mentioned.
sometimes you don't really take into full consideration, and I can't tell you, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But sometimes they look at it like she not listening. She not she not sticking with the fact. You sometimes you give me infamous Sylvia vibe. And infamous Sylvia, we can
No.
all know that she don't know what the fuck she talking about.
Well,
Period.
I agree with a
Because
lot
she
of
the
things she's.
same one with down there defending Thor. Now you hanging with goddamn Woody, who goddamn is the nigga who told on Thor. Pick a side.
But if she's a woman of God, maybe she's feel the same way. If he's giving his life to Christ, then who are we or anybody to judge him? Let him do it. But again,
And I'm
I don't
sure.
want to say that. I
But
don't want to
I'm
bring
not
her up
gonna be
because I don't
easily
want you to say that
distracted.
I'm
I'm
on
not
the
gonna go for
side.
the swag because at the end of the day, nigga, God ain't got nothing to do. I don't even
God has
believe.
everything to do
Okay,
with it. I dare you say it.
huh?
You saying God got something to do with, well, if you believe in him,
God
he has
can't
something.
God cannot forgive us if we have an impure heart. So with that being
And
said, if
mhm.
Woody known, I'm just in Mr. I mean Star. Can I just talk real quick about
Go
this God
ahead. I
thing?
mean,
Be-
we just talking.
I believe. Go ahead,
What you
Star.
mean?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But the only thing I could say as far as the NPR hug, but and I am working, so I did want to hop up on here because I wanted I I I didn't want how it was going, kind of sort of. I was like, who you talking about? You know what I mean? I don't roll like that, and I know
And
that
the only reason
most
I
time
said
you
that,
don't roll
Michelle,
like that.
cause you know, I'm gonna keep it real now. Cause I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
Michelle, I am addressing you. So you wouldn't
You,
think
I
you
heard you.
feel me?
I heard you, and you know that I don't
That's the
mind that.
only
And that's
reason.
why I
And
said,
not disrespectfully, but just
mhm.
goddamn, Michelle, I don't agree with you.
I know, I know. Listen to what I'm saying, and I want to say this really
Do
quick.
R. Kelly
It's
deserve another chance?
um I don't know. I don't follow R. Kelly to know. I don't follow him that way on what I know. But see, somebody and see, this is the same.
That was
Somebody was
just a
like, read
question
the
that they asked
transcript.
me,
So
say.
I don't follow him like that for me to get on TV and say one way or the other. I don't follow him like that. I could only give a surface level answer. I don't have the facts on R. Kelly because how the situation transpired, it turned my stomach. So instead of, I just never followed it to know what his circumstances are.
What
So I will
about
yield
Diddy?
on that. Who?
Diddy.
Oh, I don't know. Again, these
Again,
situations. I
that
don't. Do you know that he say he gave? What is? I don't know his situation either. But I don't. I don't recall him saying
listen.
anything about being
Hold on.
apologetic. I don't remember him saying he could have apologized. He could have gave his life to God, but I don't follow him with that way to say to know what he's doing. I don't. I don't. I know the situation. Same way with R. Kelly. I know the situation, but I don't follow it to find out. Step by step by step by step. And that's one thing I will not. I will not do. I won't. I'm not going to comment on something I don't know about. Only thing I know about the story, but what he has done or what either one of them done past that, I don't know because I'm not following the story. But I will say this. I want to say this, and I gotta go. I
Yes,
just
ma'am.
want to say is that I don't look at, as far as I think that anybody and of course anybody can find good and bad in anyone. I'm not talking about Woody right now. But I support who I support. I support, One Life. I do support, infamous Sylvia. I really like her channel. I really do. Do I think that she's always correct? Do I think that she's always right? No. Do I think you're always correct? Do I think but always right? No. But I do still like the show. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
and that's it, and that's why I like to keep it authentic. Come up and
right.
say how you feel. LaVon say how you feel. I'm gonna say how I feel. And but at the end of the day, it's
Hmm.
all about how we feel and it's respected. Now,
Right.
yeah, I might come up
Right.
and say, no, I don't agree with it. And I said that so Michelle, you knew because I don't want people to feel like start sneak dissing. No, if I got something
No.
to say to a person, I'm gonna let them know that.
Yeah. That's always been you.
And so
That's
when
always been
you
you.
beat what I was saying, okay, when Michelle come up and say her part, Miss Lavonda say, I fall out with Miss Lavonda, right or wrong, Miss Lavonda.
Yes, yes, you
We
do.
get into it, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Mhm.
Because
And
we
it's
all
all
So
had.
good.
it, it, it,
It's
it,
all
it's
good.
not no everybody have a conversation, but at the end it's still love. Michelle, I got love for you. Miss Lavonda, I got love for you. And you feel me? And it's only a
Yeah, I
certain
do.
amount of people that I allow to even speak to me off the scene. Not allow, but that we converse behind the scene.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's just out of respect for each other. Yeah, I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna say, and then you gonna pop up Michelle and you gonna say how you feel. Miss Lavonda gonna say how she feel. You feel? And we just
Yeah.
conversate, and everybody gonna take some from what we said.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And Michelle, you say some very interesting things. They have,
Same. Same to you. You do
you know, I say
too.
things, you say things, Miss LeBron. Everybody
Mhm.
say things that is of importance or that matters. We not dumb. Michelle, just
Mhm.
because you say something from a certain perspective, don't make it right or wrong. Just because I
That's
say
right.
something, don't
That's what
make
I
it
was
right
gonna
or wrong.
say.
Miss LeBron say something, don't make it right or wrong. It
That's the
all may coincide where it's like,
Mhm.
well, damn, this time with this and this time with that. But at the end of the day, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying, you feel me? Look, I
Right.
don't agree with this. And now
Right.
I
And
can say, because Michelle, I got so much love for you and vice versa. We've been rocking a long time. I can
yeah.
say this, and then Michelle gonna say, well, Star, I'm gonna come and talk to you on this platform because you feel me? I'm
You
finna
know
come and
it.
tell you
I'm
who
not.
you
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
because we gonna talk about it the same way we
Right.
do behind the scenes. Same thing with Miss
Mhm.
Mom, same thing with talk like same thing with a lot of people.
Michelle,
But it's
Mhm.
all love when we talk.
Michelle,
Mhm.
And that's what makes it so authentic when we able to come on here and talk about it. Michelle,
Mhm.
hey, I've been telling you how I feel. You tell me how you feel.
Right.
And we
I was
gonna
just
move
saying.
forward. It ain't no
Right.
pressure.
Yeah, it's no pressure,
It
and
ain't
that's the
no
main
pressure.
thing.
I don't give a fuck.
Hmm.
Let me tell you something. I don't care more about Woody and YSL than I do about you. Facts.
Yeah, that's facts.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
care more about
these
them than
people,
I
we
do
don't
about
even know
you.
these people. It's what it is. It's like a never ending soap opera with this thing, and I think that's why everybody.
That's
It's like
it.
David.
This
It's
is
like Edward.
entertainment. This entertainment.
But and
Yeah,
that's the
but these
that's
are
the
people
thing
real
though.
lives at the same time. But
But
it's become
and
a
that's
soap
the
opera.
thing, Woody. I mean, damn, I said motherfucking Woody. I'm thinking about that bitch. He's just so sour. But so excuse my mouth, but for real, we gotta touch on Michelle. Michelle, is it Shell or I'm
But
That's
saying?
I call her Miss Shell.
Yeah, that's
Out of
what I
mhm.
was
respect,
trying to say
Michelle.
too. But I
Michelle,
got
I love Michelle now.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
Miss
yeah.
Shell.
And that's one thing I say about Miss Lavonda. I got love for Miss Lavonda too. And Miss Lavonda, she did say this, Michelle. You know,
Mhm.
when I first met Miss Lavonda, I said her name is Michelle. And she said, well, Star, I like how you feel me? You
Mhm.
handled that and you were respectful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he all is does super respectful. He's super respectful. He'll go off the handle, whatever. Sometimes, but
Yeah,
he's always
I turn up and I get there,
he
but I
turned it
ain't
on.
gonna be disrespectful to the black queen. Now
Right.
we can disagree and we can talk shit, but
Mhm.
I got love for Michelle. I got love for you. I got love for Miss Long. But honestly
Mhm.
speaking, Michelle, you've been rocking with me since day one. You know our
Yeah.
history.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But can I? I'm getting ready to go, but I want to say the person about the R. Kelly. Tell him I'll try to answer things as truthful as I can. It wasn't really the R. Kelly that I kicked him. I just didn't follow his case in order to answer a question, and I don't like doing that. So
Okay.
I didn't follow. I didn't watch the case. I didn't hear. But there are some people that say that I don't think they had camera in the courtroom, but they said if you read the transcript that you may feel, it came out in the media is totally different how it played out in court. But I never read them, so I don't want to speak on him like that.
But
I can
see,
just say
you know
that
that
I
was the
don't listen
problem
to
with
his
Infamous
music.
Sylvia when she tried to argue with Hollywood next.
Oh yeah,
but
I
yeah,
did.
but
I
That
I'm
was the
at the
only reason
start.
I even really. That's the only reason I even tapped in with Infamous Sylvia because I was like, well, damn, she is saying something against the shit with R. Kelly, and that's when
hmm
me and Hollywood Ness was beefing about the Shanquilla shit. So it was that. But
hmm
Infamous Sylvia now has put herself in shit you don't know nothing about. What's
No,
that nigga
I
name?
think. I mean, I'm not going. Like I said, I'm not going. But I think
Yeah,
that
you
she
can't
does
talk against her because
right.
that's
But
your
she
partner.
does.
But I can.
Right, but she's directly. She gets. I can't say she don't know what she's
She
talking
what?
about. That
She
that
what?
would be.
At one point
Uh,
you were goddamn for Thor. Now you riding and going you going to church with Kenneth Copeland, who is the nigga who told this shit. Shout, let me tell you something. Infamous no, you ain't got no credibility in the streets of Atlanta.
no, but
Stop
I mean,
playing.
Miss Sylvia,
Stop playing. You talking like you
she a
going to
good
church.
person.
Woody won an award at my church because me and my daughter was there. Bitch,
No, it wasn't at her church. It was his
it was
church.
at his church.
Right. Which is a good
You
thing.
went to his church. You trying to make a nigga glamorize and appreciate that he go to church. First of all, the churches is all corrupt. If you really
Mm,
want to talk about it, who the fuck really believe in church anymore? Who?
I do.
If you really know your history about church, church is the last thing you praying to. This
Mm.
nigga, man, I'm sorry.
Don't
I
go
get out
off.
my
Before you
bag.
go off, let me do my good graces to Lavonda and you. Like I said, I gotta go back to work. We definitely want a different. I
Have
definitely
fun at
believe
work,
in God
Michelle.
and the
We finna
church.
turn up.
You go ahead, turn up, star.
All right, I'll catch you
All
later. Bye.
right, bye bye.
Bye bye. Look, ain't no motherfucking church. Ain't no going to church and I done changed my life. Do y'all really want to know about the history of church? We can't. That's a topic for another day. I'm not Jewish. I'm not believing in no Jew speak motherfucker who trying to make me believe that what's going on in my life pertains to some white ass God that I don't know nothing about. That's dead. Now, believe in a higher power. There is a higher power. But for me, This is me speaking. For me, it ain't no Jewish ass white boy that came and tried to make it seem like to us he saved black culture. You can't say no niggas from Africa who got spears and goddamn soldier in their heart. Y'all can't do nothing with no nigga like that. We're talking about what's real. Miss Lavonda.
Yes, sir.
You always been real. Michelle is real. Y'all real. Black women that come across me, all y'all real. I ain't had a white woman come up here and try to say nothing to me. Because white people see this, Caucasian people, respectfully, they see it. But they like, you know what? We can't go and contest with this with him.
But at some point, I don't want to offend nobody. I just want to say, at some point, we got to stop being the white people's niggas. We got to stop being the white people's monkeys.
We got to
stop being the slaves to the celebrities. It's period, point blank. I don't care about none of that other shit that we can get on here. We can talk till we blue in the face. Until we come together as a community and decide when enough is a fuck enough, we're going to be here. Because the world is going to run around us. Period, point blank. Now, all of the crimes, we can't even speculate all of the crimes. Like I was saying before Michelle came up. Woody went in there as the fallen guy, and they got more information from him and got it from other people to put this shit out. But at the end of the day, here we got honest working citizens. Or we got thug motherfuckers. Or we got whatever your lifestyle is. We are on the motherfucking internet arguing about a motherfucking millionaire who had the world at his motherfucking fingertips, and yet he's in jail when if he was doing what the fuck he was supposed to be doing, listen to me, his name wouldn't have never been mentioned, brought up in none of this shit. Even after the fact, while this man is sitting in jail, we wouldn't have never seen that shit come out of his motherfucking kid's mouth. We got to get real. What we doing? We fantasizing in what the fuck we don't have. They don't have a whole lot of money. You know why? Because them motherfuckers still slave to the music industry. They still slave to all of this. So guess what they do? They come in our community. We make them motherfuckers rich. They don't build no basketball courts. They don't do no swimming pools. They don't have no rec centers. They don't have all that shit globally that we say the white people don't give us. They ain't putting no books in the school. They not starting no motherfucking programs. Y'all, we got to get real. Now, we could talk about the state doing whatever they doing wrong, but guess what? If we wasn't up there, pardon my French when I say this, if we was not sucking thug dick, if this was one of them white little rich motherfuckers that went and shot up at school and the DA may have did one thing wrong, we wouldn't have nothing to say about it. If this was a trial where the motherfucking white police had killed one of us, we would be in outroar. But what we don't do, we don't go down there to ain't nobody up here. All the plight was, I wonder how many other cases like this, all the people that done said in jail, true, and I'm not taking that away. But where is, yes? Where's the picket signs? Where we at? You talking about Kayla being a defense attorney. How many times has she went down to Fulton County and got one out of jail, just said, I'll work for you
How many times has she went to Fulton County and told the ops
pro bono, I meant to say.
Because that what she said she did on Woody. She said she went and talked to the defense, Brian Steele, and gave them advice.
In what world, Star? You a street? You say you come from the street, but you come from
I
the
ain't
street.
never in
So
my life.
so let me ask you this: in what world? In what world? In what court of law would you have
Disney
the
World.
star witness of a case being represented? I don't care if it's for a parking ticket, being represented by the star defendant's nephew's godmother. And
Motherfucker, nowhere
okay,
in
but
the world.
wait a minute. That's why I was getting at when
Yeah, go ahead.
when
Go ahead. I'm
Shell
with you.
came in.
Nowhere in the world.
That's where I was getting at when Michelle came in. Okay, so we was all up in uproar about a secret meeting that we later found out to be unmotherfucking secret because they did talk about Woody being scared. They did talk about Woody living situations. We did talk about stuff.
Now, hold
Never
on.
once.
I get caught up in the comment. That was Gunner and Thug paid bonds for niggas that had misdemeanor charges coming out of Fourth County. It was misdemeanor charges.
Okay,
But
and
look, when we go
that
into the
lady,
video, Miss
guess what?
LaVonna
Wait a
tell them
minute. When
how
you
they
go,
gonna talk about how the crime bosses did that.
wait a
The
minute.
crime bosses do things in the community to what?
Wait a minute. Hey, look, we get ready to play the videos, but y'all, and I'm not
But
up here
listen,
to
Miss LaVonna,
oppose.
what he just said.
Okay, but what I'm saying is I'm not opposing
What's going on, plug?
what that one
Plug in the
said.
building, y'all.
But guess what? Guess what? You also got
Plug
a
in the building.
witness.
If you ain't had a chance, y'all go rock with plug, period. Plug in the building. What's up, plug? I'm with your hunter, man. Plug in the building. I'm just
Okay,
thinking,
so you remember you said they went and bond them out of jail. You also got a 19-year-old mother, I think a mother of a 19-year-old one. When you play that tape, when she said all those events that man hold is for recruitment.
it's
I'm
recruiting.
not saying it. Go listen to what the citizens are saying. See, we only hearing Woody was a distraction, y'all. Thug and his gang ran through Atlanta. And guess what? If he didn't have nothing to do with all of it, him being the main person, the money with the money is what they're going after. They're going
That's
after
it.
the head
And
of the snake.
that's what that white man said in the courtroom. Look,
Play
we're
the
not
tape.
worried about if they can make bond or not. Our thing is they want to make bond and show the world we got money. We can shit on y'all because we got money. Not only do we got money to pay, the court thing was, look, you can give them $1 million bond. They got the money to pay that. But what they don't have is, credentials. They don't have loyalty yeah, give them the bond. $1 million, they can pay that. But then if you give them a bond, if you give Jeffery Williams a bond, who already has an FTA, which is a failure to appear. In Fulton County, if you a failure to appear on your record, it's the worst thing you can have when you going for a bond hearing, because it's gonna show that you won't come to court. What they said about Jeffery Williams is he got an FTA on a traffic ticket. He didn't even come to court on his traffic ticket. So we know he's not going to come to court on a RICO charge, especially when he has a visa, which is your passport, and access to a private jet out of PDK, which is in DeKalb County. Private DeKalb County. Private jet DeKalb County. PDK. And the only person that's the same airport Rollo got caught up in when he got caught with $1 million with the bag in DeKalb County. That's the same jet. Rollo, only so many niggas got a private jet to fly in and out of PDK in DeKalb County. You feel me? Only so many. Gucci, Rilo, Birdman, hello. Who the fuck is flying in and out of PDK in DeKalb County? DeKalb County? I'm not going to say too much because that's why I had to take my videos down. Because sometimes I get on here and I get to telling y'all too much. I get to talking to y'all and my YouTube family and I be telling y'all this shit. And I'm laying it on you, I'm laying it on you, I'm laying it on you. But then when I go back and I watch it, it's like, why stop? You said a lot.
I hate shit that motherfucking divide us, Joe. And we are the race, we are the culture that is easily divided, Joe. And I speak this is because I done lived it. I was born the month before Martin Luther King died. That means that man died in his 30s or let's say 40s. You know, my timing may be a little bit off. But listen to what I'm saying, man. That man walked and fight and didn't worry about death, jail, or none of that, so that we can have equal rights. Now they say that he fought for us to vote and all that. No, he didn't. He fought for us to have the chance. That means if we didn't like their rules, we did not have to do it. They cannot do that. But we not standing up. We will stand up for these celebrities, y'all, but we not standing up for the regular Joe. Like when I first started coming up here, everybody would say, oh, the courtroom so corrupt, whatever. What are we doing about it? We not picketing, we not marching, we sitting back like some scared ass bitches, just like they have used the excuse. We don't have the books in our school system that the other ones do. Well, why these motherfucking rich millionaires that we done made, why they not putting the motherfucking books in there? We not holding them accountable, but for shit. We'll get up here and cry about Taraji Henson not making enough money in The Color Purple, but do you know what the fuck they paying niggas at McDonald's? They don't give a fuck about us, and they can easily divide us because they go out and make a record. Guess what? It's somebody in your motherfucking family that can make a record too. Fuck that shit. I'm tired. I am pro doing what's right because guess what? I got 3 grandsons who have to go to school, and it was just a 12-year-old killed the 8-year-old. Y'all think back, even if you in your fucking 30s, and I'm talking real shit, think back to when the fuck you didn't hear about that shit back in the day. You heard about pervert ass men snatching up kids. You heard, man, this world is going crazy, yo. And God is not that God that lady was talking about. He's not pleased. Yes, Woody can change his life around. But how the fuck are you going to leave men out hanging to dry while you clean yourself up? You still ain't told whether he really did it or you ain't tell if you did it. So how God is going to clean your heart? What is the truth with you, Woody?
This is the thing about it. This is the thing about Woody. Woody is what you call a nigga that's deranged. See, in life, in the court system, and just how things go, you have people what they call will try to play on your intelligence. And for people who have allowed Kenneth Copeland to play on their intelligence, it shows you that these particular people are slow. And I mean this with all due respect, but with all goddamn facts. Anybody who believes Kenneth Copeland is a real rank, okay, put it like this.
Who did?
You can get into it with somebody, right? I put it like this. And I'm saying this to y'all because I'm real. I'm a real motherfucker. And the only way I can explain to y'all my point of view is to be real. When I was growing up, I used to fight with my baby mama. You feel me? Growing up, fight. We fighting, we doing all this nigga shit. Although she may have triggered me growing up, you feel me? I'm talking about at 18, 19, 20 years old. I'm not knowing. And she may trigger me to do something, and then because I'm a street nigga and I'm so rah, I'm ready to fight with you and do these shit. This is me growing up. I'm young. I don't know no better. But then I go and tell her mama, look, she did this to me, and she, you know, she accused me of this, and she pushed me, and she woo woo. And then her mama would say, well, look, Star, you may be right. She may have did this to you. She may have accused you of this. She may have even slapped the shit at you. But when you as a man react, you done changed the whole ball game. See, when you react without thinking, you change the whole game as to the point you could have proved. We get caught up in reacting. As a black man, we react. And that reaction will get you fucked up. We can't continue to, you feel me, react. Yes, a female could have slapped the shit out of me right now. And we know you dead to the wrong. You done slapped the shit out of me. But then when the nigga retaliate, you feel me? You're going to get held accountable and put under scrutiny because you put your hands on a woman. And in life, we start to do what we call pick your battles. Do not be so quick to react. Don't be so quick to get yourself caught up in something that these females is really trying to set you up for. Don't do it. You feel? See, don't react. Think. And it's hard to do what's right when you're so used to doing what's wrong. You're so used to doing what's wrong that it just. But then you get to a certain age and you say, you know what? That shit that I was reacting on and doing, it don't sustain today. It don't. Ms. Vaughn, you very intelligent. Michelle, she's intelligent. Everybody is intelligent when it comes to one life. But we have to all respect each other's thoughts. What I mean by that is everybody's intelligent. So, Ms. Lavonna, you may say something that and it be dead to the right. I might come up here. I did a live last night. And I was saying so much to where I said, you know what? Take this shit down. Because, you feel me? You can go to saying so much shit.
And who called you this morning? Who left a message this morning? I was like, what did I tell you this morning when I talked to you?
Yep.
So I understand exactly what you're saying. And that's why I take the road of I could be quiet whether I'm on my channel or somebody else's channel. Because one thing I'm not going to do is argue. I'm going to talk about what's in front of me. I'm going to talk about what's exactly in front of me. I can't argue with Miss Michelle. I can't even argue with you about your opinion. It may be a point that you can make that make me look at something different, but my opinion is my opinion because I'm based on what I am seeing. And I told you from the beginning, Woody was a distraction. If you know, you and I done discussed off camera.
He was a distraction.
He was a damn sure distraction because they needed the public on a lot of people his side.
Are distractions. That's it. That's all y'all are distractions. I don't give a fuck what this lady say. You can go to church with this nigga. You can goddamn pop out at your live and pull up at your house and walk in your house and all that shit and say, I was at church with him. And Woody is not, I don't call him Woody. I call him Kenny. I call him, y'all go look at Infamous Sylvia thing where she paying all these homage to this nigga and then going to her house. Woody cannot be there to protect you, man. He's not there to protect you. He is only using you because you have somewhat, and your platform is weak as fuck.
So do you understand? Do you see what I mean by we can
Yes.
become
I'm
fame whores?
sorry. I didn't cut you off. Do I see
We
what
can
you mean by what?
become, and this is no disrespect to Sylvia. I can become a whore of something, a Instagram whore, a clothes whore. But like I said, you're willing now. Woody, he still, people still at that neck. You're willing to put your address, you're willing to put where you live
Ain't that
and
what
your
she did?
family on the line for somebody that you don't know. Y'all, it's
Ain't
something
that what she
wrong
did?
with this
She
picture.
pulled up at her house to prove such a point. Like,
And I don't know what
and listen,
God.
I'm gonna tell you something about me. I know how to move. Nigga can think they got these drugs. Nigga, public information is public information. You would never catch me slipping on public information. The shit that's available to the public is not the shit you gonna catch me living up under. And that's deep. Infamous Sylvia goddamn drive in her car every day down to the courthouse. She take pictures, she drop her location, she even showed y'all where the fuck she live. And she even told y'all about going to church with Woody. What church y'all think she go to? I can drop the location of the church. I can drop the location and tell you because she's on her live every day saying, I go to church with Woody. I was just at him with him yesterday in church. She said, Woody, she said she was in church yesterday with Woody. She said a man came in the church door. Woody stood up like he was finna do something. He's such a protector. What are you talking about? Bitch, anybody can come in this fucking church. Woody stood up and did what? He stood up and did what? Checked out the surroundings because he's scared. And I tell you what, bitch, stand up in that church with a gun or go out there and get a gun. You going to prison. I'm going to tell on your ass. What you talking about? What you doing? What you doing? How is the street supposed to fear a nigga like Woody? Fuck that. Just like she goes to, I don't call him Woody. I call him Kenny. I call him this. Bitch, I don't give a fuck what you call him. Call him a rat. Call him a nigga who don't hold no credibility. I don't give a fuck what you say. Woody he wanna y'all put it up right now. When Infamous Sylvia was online yesterday and she was talking about, I went to church with Woody today and he was able to win. He got a prize. He got a prize because he had me and my daughter there. Bitch, you so stupid. You just let the people know you and your daughter go to the Woody church. You, you and your daughter is at Woody church. That's what you said.
Like the distraction was,
What was the distraction?
it was intended to further divide the ones that believe, because I feel like this. It ain't gonna never not be corruption wherever you go. And whether you at McDonald's, somebody gonna give their cousin a job before they give the public a job. We ain't gonna never stop corruption. But what the freak are we doing about it? Everybody that keep talking about the
We doing it right now.
exactly, and that's why Miss Sylvia them, they got to go. They got to go with all this false information, recycling
They
their
got to
channel
go.
for
They
clicks
got
and
to
bait.
go.
It ain't no way you want us to believe
She
that
down there at
Thug
the
is
courthouse for
innocent,
what?
but you're celebrating the man who started the RICO trial.
You
That's just
celebrating. But when you were just talking about how Jeffery Williams, you feel me? She was trying to defend, was she trying to defend Jeffery Williams?
every case that lady went to, just like when somebody put in your chat, I just looked at. When she defended R. Kelly, he went to jail. When she defended Tory Lanez, he went to jail. When now she on Thug, it ain't gonna stop nothing. She going down there, but she not giving us no information. She ain't giving us nothing
She
that we
ain't
can't.
doing shit.
that we can't look and scream ourselves. That bitch is
That bitch
profiting.
is
What
lame.
she's doing what every other person is doing. She's
She is a
profiting
motherfucker
off of
that's
his
trying to make the black
incarceration.
community believe that what's wrong is right. She won't speak up against what's wrong. You all taking pictures with this nigga at the church and that shit. You bitch, you know that shit right. You know that shit ain't right. You know that shit wrong. She know that. But then she had a split stick in her mind to try to come up and defend. Let me tell y'all something. When I put that paperwork out and I said what I said about what I said, I was for real.
Why you think they
I don't give a fuck. Hold on, excuse me. I don't give a fuck what nobody say and try to explain. This me talking. I don't care. When I said that nigga Kenneth Copeland, and I explained to y'all what they said, and they found that bag and they found that cell phone. I'm gonna tell you something too. Again, respectfully, that's why I bumped head with me shit. You're not finna tell me that what I'm reading in black and white ain't what the fuck going on. I'm not stupid. I'm not a clout chaser, nor am I goddamn what is it when you can't read? Illiterate. I'm not illiterate. And y'all and people, the world can take that shit to the greatest of their goddamn understanding. But when I tell y'all, and I say what I'm saying, which is, I do not care that when y'all talking about the emotion that pertain to Kenneth Copeland, and I was talking about that cell phone, yeah, he used Sparks versus State as a reference. And Sparks versus State as a reference was a nigga who left a cell phone in Walmart who found child pornography. Listen, ain't no way in the fucking world you gonna tell me I filed a motion or anything that referenced child pornography in a phone that didn't have nothing to do with my case. Period.
That's just like
I'm not going to use that as a reference.
Just like I keep trying to tell y'all, when Thug was young, talking to Detective Quinn, he made a statement in the back of the police car about a murder. It's no way that if Brian Steele get up there and argue to have that dismissed, and his reason was because Thug was very young at the time, and I think he wasn't in police custody, but he was getting questioned. It's in there. It's in the paper.
The only thing is, he said it as a juvenile, but as a juvenile, you taught on some adult shit.
And they got that thrown out. That's why the only thing that Quinn could testify was the thing involving that shooting and when he got Dolly number. But Joe, I'm telling you, it's been wise tale for the longest time, and it's time to get these people off the street so we can gain our youth back, man. Fuck that. He had his chance.
I'm finna play it for him.
Play it.
I'm finna go into the video. But that's why Detective Quinn said when he met them at the Texaco or the gas station or whatever, he said, "You want me to put your sister number in my phone?"
They wanted him to work for
I put it in my work phone. He put it in his work phone. He put it in his personal phone. He put it in his work phone because now I can wiretap you. All right, well, y'all ready?
Time, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, I'm going to rely on the statement of age to say that I'm about to have a Paul Harvey moment. We're sitting here and you got the song and dance, but now you're about to get the rest of the story. And the rest of the story will tell the court why a bond should not have been granted or should not be granted in this case. course, the court is aware of the indictment. The court is aware of some of the evidence that's been presented in the other cases and/or proffers. We intend to, again, proffer in this case as well. Hearsay is admissible, and we intend to go in that direction. And Judge, I'm going to say something here in a minute, and it's not my intent, please, to offend the court. I'm going to go somewhere with this, so please bear with me in a second. This is all about money. This is an attempt to say, Judge, I can buy a bond.
The man said I'm going to go somewhere with this.
Judge,
y'all pay attention.
Everything you heard was someone that has a financial interest or some other professional interest relying on Mr. Williams. Yes, they need him out. Yes, they need him to be there. Yes, it's very important to them.
What's up, what?
Because it's all about the money. Mr. Williams has said in his songs, it's all about the money. And there's no difference. That's exactly what it was today. It was, I've got money. I can pay for whatever you want me to. But here's the problem. And I'll get to the specifics in a second. Every other defendant that's had a bond motion, we've shown they're a danger. And there's no issue about, well, what can, okay, can you pay for this or pay for that? They don't meet the Ayala factor. Okay. They want you to just get by, excuse me, Judge, by the Ayala factor and say, here's what's more important. We can pay for all this. But their logic falls on themselves. The investigator that came up very nicely stated, jails are corrupt, they can get stuff in there, and he shouldn't be in there for that reason. What officers are they going to hire? How do we know, because there's no supervision if he hires those same officers he's speaking about in the jail or on the road to be those 24 officers? Now we have even less supervision and less ability to ensure the safety of the community. So again, it's about the money and what can I do to pay my way out of jail. Judge, I understand all of the witnesses that just testified and the proffers that were made. But bad people sometimes do good things. Even the Gambinos, one of the big crime families, the crime boss, they had charities. They ran legitimate businesses. They did that as well because they want what Mr. Williams wants. He wants the appearance in the community. That's what he put up. He put up the appearance in the community. And he put up people that are financially dependent upon him. And quite frankly, I objected for relevancy, and that's not relevant to the facts of bond. The fact that he can pay $1 million a year is not relevant. Your Honor, Mr. Steele stated to the court that guilt is not a factor and innocence not a factor. I wholeheartedly agree. But the nature of the offenses charged are a factor. Obvious what was in the house and what was about to happen, so one of them decided to run. And I'll be fair, that was not Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams did not attempt to run.
Hold on real quick. What going on, Top Life? What going on among everybody in the building?
Hey, Top Life.
Top Life.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's happening? I came up
I'm playing these videos because I want y'all to understand the evidence and the shit that's going on against Thor. They done distracted us from what's really going on. And what's really going on is the wiretaps, the reason why they won't get a bond, which is the FTA, the access to private jets. You feel me? It's a lot that when they locked Thug up and they added charges, one of the things they said was, this nigga got a passport and access to a private jet out of DeKalb County PDK. When you go in front of the judge for a bond hearing on a felony charge, they got what you call IOR. It's a word that they use in court.
But stop.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know before we get there, what also played a factor is that they went to his house to get him on that indictment. But because
Right.
they had the search warrant, and when they went in there, he had all them drugs and them switches in there. They
Around the kids.
right. So they locked him up, but they gave him them charges. And because it was a switch involved, he had to go before his first appearance, before he even got to Glanville. And that judge, which is Judge Wolf, put him under a no bond status. So all Judge Glenville did was listen to the state bring up what they had, why he shouldn't get a bond. But remember, he was in there and was already, him, Shannon, everybody that had caught that day, even Winfrey, who tried to run,
Yeah.
was under
River
no
tried to
bond.
run, didn't it? That's the one they were talking about tried to run out the thing.
But go ahead,
When
I
they
didn't mean
hit
to
the
cut
spot,
you
he
off. I
tried
just
to
want you
run.
to know that he was under no bond from the gun with the switch
Yeah,
and
but see,
what
he
they
was
found
under
in
the
the
no
house.
bond because of the IORA. If you meet certain shit, which is you got access to a private jet, you got a visa, a passport. You saying the same shit.
Yeah, but go ahead, yeah.
You got these credentials. That's why he was denied bond. And when they picked you up, when they locked you up, you had an FTA out of DeKalb County for a traffic ticket. DeKalb County is the same place where the private jet lands. So if you won't come to court for a ticket, a ticket, a simple ticket, you're not going to come when you knowing that we got this type of information on you.
Now,
You see what I'm saying?
don't quote me, but I think the one in DeKalb County is the one that him and Gunner got when the gun and stuff was in the car. And
That could be true.
it said
That's
neither
why I
one
was
of them.
telling people,
And
y'all
that's
got to
why
look in
when
DeKalb
Gunner took
County
his
for that
plea,
shit. It's
when
not always Fulton County.
when Gunner took his plea, that DA Love specifically asked Gunner not only about YSL being a gang,
What she
but
said?
she
Come on.
specifically asked him, when you and Jeffery Williams, aka Young Thug, was stopped on a traffic violation, and the gun, the marijuana, the lean, and all that was found in the car, are you saying that was not yours? And he said, yes, ma'am. And they gave that charge to Thug. It wasn't like you and TK,
You
I mean,
right.
you and
That's what
your
he said.
boy.
He said it
Yeah,
wasn't
and go
his.
look at it. Go look at it. And I think that's
I'm
the
with
one
you.
in
That's what he
DeKalb
said.
County, because if you go look at Wolf, he said your client is being locked up for the same charges. What they
You
found,
right.
what he skipped out on the traffic violation, they still had to deal with whose drugs was it. But the judge looked and seen what it was. It's the same stuff that was found in his house. That's why they did not give this man.
Obvious what was in the house and what was about to happen, so one of them decided to run. And I'll be fair, that was not Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams did not attempt to run. Judge, I want to say, and I told Mr. Steele I would do it this way, since the last time I was in front of the court, we have evidence and information of even more threats to our witnesses. But I want to be clear, I have no evidence directly that Mr. Williams made a threat or directed anybody to make a threat. But our witnesses in this case are being threatened with violence, serious violence, and death. Again, I have no direct evidence that Mr. Williams has done this or was involved in that. What I can tell the court is Mr. Williams is the head of YSL, and the S doesn't stand for stoner, it stands for slime. It's young slime life. Judge, this gang, and I call it that because that's what it is by definition of Georgia law, this criminal street gang pre-existed the label record. So as a spin-off, he used YSL again and substituted one of the words. I believe he does have a clothing line. Like I said, I believe many of the crime families get into legitimate businesses, and I believe Mr. Williams has done no different. Judge, I want to say this too, contrary to what Mr. Steele said. He has always appeared No, he hasn't. When he was arrested, he had an FTA. Now, I will say, and be honest to the court, I believe it was for a traffic offense. But then the logic is, if he's willing to blow off a traffic offense with no recourse, I think he'd surely think about blowing this one off if he's looking like things aren't going well. So he did have an FTA, and it was current on his arrest, which was 9 May of this year.
When was the FTA from?
When was it from?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I can't answer that question. I apologize.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Steele put up that there's no evidence he's done drugs. You know, he's had these drug testing.
He still
Everyone knows
introduced
we
the
listen to jail calls.
information.
We've got a call from Mr. Williams
He
at Cobb
still
County
introduced the
that he needs
information.
help for his
The
drugs and he
information
needs to
is letting
detox.
you know
He needs
he
drug
may
help.
have quit.
That's
He
on
quit
that's on
because he
jail.
don't want
So
Granville
that's
quit.
directly from Mr.
We done
Williams. So
had
that's
several
not accurate.
judges to quit. He quit
I know
because
Mr.
he
Steele
don't
says
want
he's
nothing
got
to do with
his.
this shit. He quit. He don't want nothing to do with this shit. Look. This shit is a dub for these folks. Y'all don't hear what the fuck they saying they
Now,
got.
Coach Judge.
You may, sir.
Y'all don't hear what these white saying.
Thank you.
He done told y'all.
So respectfully,
What they
Judge,
got.
if you're not considering that today with the indictment, as I understand the motion,
That's why
then he's
Thug
already
don't get a bond.
on a no bond for 2 of the Ayala factors.
He didn't take the information with him. We watching the information.
Your Honor, count
We're
1
watching it.
alleges racketeering,
That's why I say shit.
and
That's why me and you
it
be
basically
bumping heads.
alleges that the
We're watching the information. Wait,
the
see. We're listening to the
enterprise,
information.
if you will, for the
We listening
racketeering
to it.
is a criminal street gang as defined
We
by
wouldn't have
Georgia law.
information if we wasn't
That
watching
a
them
criminal street
right
gang
now,
is a gang
feel the
called
information.
YSL. That's Young Slime Life. Young Slime Life has a reputation, if you will,
What do you think he's thinking with them where?
both inside and outside the court system. Your Honor, I'm going to go through some of the things in the indictment.
It's right
just to
here
let the
on
court know.
video.
Mr.
why I
Williams,
say
in Act 4, which is from
Like, I fought
9/9/13,
people, I fought people, and I fought
had
people.
a stolen
I fought, and
firearm
because people disagree
on
on
him.
me,
Now,
then
I
ain't
will
gonna
say
stop
I
fucking
believe
with
his
you. What
counsel
I'm saying is,
was in fact
Michelle,
Mr. Steele, and that act was to
Sorry,
a pretrial.
he
So
took
it is
the
not a
information
conviction,
with him.
but
That's
it is
why
still
they
a predicate
found-
act
No,
under Georgia law.
that's why it's
He
right
did
here in
possess
our
a
face.
stolen weapon.
That's why it's right here on video. The
I will
court
say
know what they
there's
doing. They
a-
got it, goddamn.
There's a Act
What
9
you
on
call it? What you call
4/20/14. It is a
when it's
song.
on paper.
The name is
On paper.
EWW. And in it, basically, the defendant says, all I ever wanted was the money. Basically, if you mess with me, you go into a
Even
wheelchair.
if you went to
That's
another
what that
county,
one says.
fine. But look what
Your
I'm
Honor, we
showing
have
y'all
other,
what we looking
and I'll
at.
leave some of the social media, I'll handle that
We are
generically
looking
for the
at
most part. But we have
We
numerous
looking
social
at
media
it.
posts
It's
where the
right here.
defendant is in what I would call gang colors,
looking at it.
flashing gang
He can
signs
take it any way
with
he wants
his
to
fellow
in
gang
his
members,
social media.
some of which
It's
are
in the
his
it's on the
co-defendants on this indictment.
is him
And on those,
saying what
they
it
are, on
Okay,
the videos,
there you go.
they are replete with gang
I
statements,
don't care.
gang hand signs,
I don't care. Here's the
threats,
information.
etc. Judge, and again, they're listed in the
He
indictment.
got highly
Judge,
offended, left, and took all the
The
information.
murder of
He
Donovan
didn't take
Thomas
it
that was spoken
nowhere.
of a few
We're
times, that's
listening to the
basically
information
Act
right here.
16, 17, 18, 19, and
That's why
20.
I say shit.
In
I can't argue
that
with
series
you,
of
dog.
acts, in
I
Act
can't-
16,
you can show people this
the
shit
state
in
can
their face.
prove that,
I'm showing you in your
or I
face.
will say this,
He
it's
think
the
it went
state's
where?
contention that the car
Where did he
used
take
in
it
that
when
murder
we were watching?
was a car
We
rented
watching.
personally
Right,
by
and
Mr.
if he
Williams
took it
just
and they
days
don't have
before.
no case,
And
why they
evidence will
still
come
in
in
jail with
concerning
no
the
bond,
beef
man? Let us listen
between
to this.
Mr.
Let her
Williams
talk.
and Mr. Donovan Thomas
talk.
that involves
And say, I
another
fought with you. But what
well-known
I'm
rapper,
saying is, I ain't gonna
and
put
how
no- I
that
ain't- I
gentleman's
can't do
career was going to go. And
They talking about
Mr. Thomas and Mr. Williams
right here.
had a obvious what was in the house and what was about to happen, so one of them decided to run. And I'll be fair, that was not
It's
Mr.
right
Williams.
here.
Mr. Williams did not attempt to run. Judge, I want to say, and I told Mr. Steele I would do it this way, since the last time I was in front of the court, we have evidence and information of even more threats to our witnesses. But I want to be clear, I have no evidence directly that Mr. Williams made a threat or directed anybody to make a threat. But our witnesses in this case are being threatened with violence, serious violence, and death. Again, I have no direct evidence that Mr. Williams has done this or was involved in that. What I can tell the court is Mr. Williams is the head of YSL, and the S doesn't stand for stoner, it stands for slime. It's young slime life. Judge, this gang, and I call it that because that's what it is by definition under Georgia law, this criminal street gang pre-existed the label record. So as a spin-off, he used YSL again and substituted one of the words. I believe he does have a clothing line. Like I said, I believe many of the crime families get into legitimate businesses, and I believe Mr. Williams has done no different. Judge, I want to say this too, contrary to what Mr. Steele said. He has always appeared. No, he hasn't. When he was arrested, he had an FTA. Now, I will say and be honest to the court, I believe it was for a traffic offense.
FTA in Fulton County.
But then the logic is, if he's
That would
willing to
not
blow
get
off a
you a
traffic
bond.
offense with no recourse, I think he'd surely think about blowing this one off if he's looking like things aren't going well. So he did have an FTA, and it was current on his arrest, which was 9 May of this year.
When was the FTA from?
When was it from?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I can't answer that question. I apologize.
Okay.
Now,